Welcome to the County Connection Show. I'm your host, Scott Vargo. I am joined by your County Commissioners, Dan Gibbs, Thomas Davidson, and Karin Stiegelmeier. This is our first show, our first episode of the 2016, brand new 2016 year. We're going to start off with a bang. We're going to talk about recycling centers and big news, big movements within the town of Breck area for Summit County's recycling program. So who wants to take that one?
I can kick it off maybe. Currently for the recycling location in the Breckenridge area, it's on County Road 450, so more or less across the street from the 7-Eleven. And that's been the recycling location there for years. But in the near future, right at the tail end of January 27th, I believe? 26th, they'll be moving to Coin Valley Road, so more or less across the street from Colorado Mountain College. And it'll be great because that will free up space for an exciting project that we're teaming up with the town of Breckenridge on 26 units of rental housing that we're really working really hard on and working pretty aggressively on. And I don't know if you two want to talk a little bit more about that, but it's,
everybody knows that we've been facing a rental shortage, a housing shortage within the community. I know you guys have made a lot of efforts. The towns have made efforts around housing as well. This is one of the bigger projects that the county is undertaking. So Thomas, you want to talk a little bit about, we're calling it Huron Landing.
Yeah, so one of the things that has been great is working with the town of Breckenridge, because they've certainly helped us with being able to relocate the different activities that we had there on County Road 450 to different locations to free this site up. And the last one to move is the recycling center over to Coin Valley Road. But with that move, that allows us then to take this parcel of land. It's about, 4 acres, I think. Mm-hmm. And in partnership with the town of Breckenridge, we're going to develop 26 rental units. And the target area median income, if you will, is somewhere around 80 to 100%. So it's lower income rental units. And let's see, we're in the process now of finalizing the legal documents to form the partnership with the town of Breckenridge, and construction will begin this summer. Mm-hmm. And it's 26 rental units, and it will definitely be affordable rents, at least in comparison to what going rents are up here in the county. Mm-hmm. So it's our first kind of big project, a 50-50 project, if you will, where we're going to start doing rental housing. And we all are acutely aware of how much more difficult it's become to find rental units. So 26 units is a good start. We're going to learn a lot about the things that we need to know in order to do future projects, rental projects. And so, after this, then the next big opportunity that the county has is Lake Hill.
Mm-hmm. Karin, you want to talk a little bit about Lake Hill?
Sure, and I was just going to give a little context. I think most everyone knows that we've been in really an absolute housing crisis here, and the focus on rental just recently is in part, we know, because of all the short-term rentals, the VRBOs, the Airbnbs that have taken up the long-term rentals. So this is where we see the current crisis. We've put a lot of effort into, and I have to credit town of Breckenridge has really taken the lead on getting real houses on the ground for families who work here to be able to actually stay here and work here. And we're really excited about our next upcoming big project, which is Lake Hill. We have actually transferred the money, $1.75 million, which we had ready to go. And we have just a few I's to cross and T's, or one of those, to get those documents final, but it's basically done.
Karin is not drafting the document.
Right. I'm not crossing those I's.
Dotting the T's and crossing the I's.
So it's very exciting. We'll begin a planning process to look at what we think will be the best composition there. And then we still have a challenge because, thank you to the voters, we have the ongoing funding for housing, but it's really not enough to get these big projects done.
Yeah, and these projects don't happen overnight. I mean, the Lake Hill bill, it's something that it took years of planning before there's ever a bill that was even introduced back in 2013. And then the bill passed at record speed, especially for Washington, D.C., thanks to Congressman Polis and then Senator Mark Udall. And the bill was signed by President Barack Obama in 2014, and it more or less took another whole year and then a few months to actually get the paperwork done. So and now we'll start the planning process to really figure out what fits best for that particular location of the 44.81 acres of land right there.
In the immediate years ahead, the county and I think all of the towns are going to be much, much more involved in bringing workforce housing, both rental and continued ownership projects into the county. And funding is key, but there's a lot in the works and a lot coming. We're going as fast as we can.
Yep, great. All right, so great projects. One that's going to be, again, breaking ground this spring, and the other that we're beginning the planning work on. So great efforts there. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back for another segment.